Hello everyone and welcome back to my class. In this video I will cover class 7 maths chapter number 3 data handling exercise 3.3. So is there anybody who want to watch the previous video? You can go to my YouTube channel and you can find out there. Now question number 1 of exercise 3.3. Use the bar graph, see the given figure to answer the following question. And so a bar graph is given and you have to answer the following question. Question number A, which is the most popular pet? B question, how many children have dog as a pet? So let's see the graph. This is the given graph. You can see here for dog here it is 8, isn't it? So, and for cat 10 and for rabbit 2. So these are the number of the student and these are pet names, isn't it? So this is number of student. Now what is given here? Others, and here it is given Hester, isn't it? So for Hester it is how much? It will be maybe 5, isn't it? Now for others it will be how much? For others it will be 3 because it is in the middle. If you will make a straight line from this middle, yes, so let me make a straight line. So it will be how much? 3, and Hester will be how much? It will be 5, not 6. Okay, now you have to answer the following question. What is the first question? Which is the most popular pet? Now which is the longest graph from here? You can see directly which is the longest. Cat is the longest. And how many student has cat? 10 student, isn't it? But simply you have to write the answer which is the most popular pet. So most popular pet is what? Cat. So this answer will be cat. Now second one, how many children have dog as pet? Now dog, how many students have? 8 students. Okay, so the answer is very simple. Since the bar represent cat is the tallest, so cat is the most popular pet. Now second answer, the number of the children having dog as a pet are how many children? 8 children. Okay, 8 children. Now come to next question. Question number 2. Read the bar graph, see the given figure which show the number of books sold. Now number of books sold are given in the figure by a bookstore during 5 consecutive years, and answer the following question. For 5 different years the numbers of books sold is given in the graph. Okay, let's see the graph. So this is the given graph. Here it is given the years. Okay, these are the years and these are the number of books. For 1989 the book sold graph is here, isn't it? Now for 1990, so 1990 is this. Now 1991, so 1991 you can see here. Now 1992, so 1992 is just above 200, isn't it? Now 1993, so 1993 is equal to 600. You can see this graph. I will zoom. You can see this graph. Now you have to answer the following. So question number 1 is given. About how many books are sold in 1989, 1990 and 1992. You have to give the answer. In 1989 how many books are sold, and in 1990 how many books are sold, and in 1992 how many books are sold. You have to see from the graph. Now second question, in which year were about 475 books sold? Okay, in which year? Then again next question, about 225 books sold. Now in which year 475 books sold, and in which year 225 books sold. Now 3, in which year were fewer than 250 books sold? Now fewer means what? Less than. In which year the book sold was less than 250. Okay, 250. 4 question. Can you explain how you will estimate the numbers of the books sold in 1989? Now you have to estimate the book sold. Means the book sold in 1989 will be how much? So answer for the first question. So here in year 1989, if you will make a straight line, it is somewhere here. Now 100 and 200. So if you will make the middle point here, the middle point will be how much? 150, isn't it? So this point will be 150. But 1989 graph is not on 150 also. Just slightly it is before 150, isn't it? Now 150 to 200. Between this, the middle line is, this line is passing through 1989. That means what is the middle point of 150 and 200? It will be how much? 25, isn't it? Means from here to here 150, then here in this between how many is there? 50 are there. So from this 50, if you will divide exactly between 2, it will become how much? 25. It will become 25. So 150 plus 25 will be 175. 175. So we can say the number of books sold in year 1989 will be how much? 175. Okay, 175, because this is below 200, so we have to say 175. In the same way for 1990, if you will make a straight line from here, it will be slightly down 500. So this value will be how much? 475. Okay, 475. Now next, for 1991, if you will make a straight line, this value it will be exactly in 300. That is how much? 300. Now next, for 1992, if you will make a straight line, from here, it will be slightly above 200. So this will be 225. So this value will be how much? 225. So in this way you have to see from the graph. In your book you can see it properly. So book sold, for one answer I have given. So for 1989 is how much? 175, and in 1990 475, in 1992 225. Now next question. From the graph it can conclude that 475 books were sold in which year? Directly we can see from the graph, isn't it? 1990. And 225 books were sold in which year? 1992. Now the answer for 3 question is, from the graph it can conclude that in the year 1989 and 1992 the numbers of books sold less than 250, isn't it? Less than 250 means the graph which is shorter than 250 will be which year? 1989 and 1992. Now question number 4. From the graph it can conclude that the number of books sold in year 1989 is about 1 3/4 part of 1 centimeter. Okay, 1 3/4 part. I will show you the graph again. So from 0 to 100, okay, from 0 to 100 it is 1 centimeter. This is 1 centimeter, and from 100 to here it is 3/4. How much? 3/4. So 1 centimeter and 3/4 centimeter. We know that the scale is taken as 1 centimeter is equal to 100 books, because from the graph we can see 1 centimeter means how many books? 100 books. So 1 centimeter will be equal to how much? 100, isn't it? Now 3 upon 4 of 100 means 3 upon 4 multiply like this. Okay, 3 upon 4 will be multiplied with 100. So 4 and 100 you can cancel. How many time? 25 time. Okay, now 25 into 3 you will get 75. So 100 plus 75, 175. So we can say therefore about 175 books were sold in 1989. We can find out in this way. Now come to next question, question number 3. Number of children in the 6 different classes are given below. Represent the data on the bar graph. So here 6 different classes are given. Class 5th, 6th, 7, 8, 9, 10. So number of student is how much? 135, 120, 95, 100, 90 and 80. Question number 1. How old? You choose a scale. Now you have to choose one scale of your own. And B. Answer the following question. Question number 1. Which class has the maximum number of children? You have to find which class will have the maximum number of children and the minimum. Now second question. Find the ratio of the student of class 6 to the class 8. Means for class 6 is how much? 120. Class 6 is 120 and class 8 is how much? 100. So you have to find the ratio of 120 and 100. So here how you will choose the scale? You have to draw the graph in this way. You have seen the graph, isn't it? In a graph you can see small square. So I have taken the small square as how much? Small square 0 to 10 means I have taken 10. Means one small scale. Okay, 1 centimeter is equal to how much? 10 children. For 1 centimeter we are taking how much? 10 children. 1 centimeter, 10 children. So in the graph we have to first 0. In graph we have to write first what? 0. After that 10, then 20. Because in this between there are small what are there? Small square are there, and that square means 1 centimeter will be equal to 10 children. Then 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. In this way you have to write. Now for 5th class. 5th class how many students are there? For 5th class you can see here 5th class 135. So where is our 135? 135 will be exactly between 130 and 140, isn't it? So exactly between 130 and 140 here. Now you have to draw this scale in this way. And one more thing, while drawing this graph, the space between this, okay, this space and this space should be same. If you are keeping one square here, one square in your graph, one square here in your graph, then in every graph you have to keep same distance. This all distance should be what? Equal. So if you will make this some distance are big, some are small, then that will be what? Wrong. You have to keep all this small what? Sorry, all this distance you have to make it equal. So for class 5 how much? 135. So this is 135. 135. Now class 6 how much? 120. So this is 120. In this way class 7 is how much? Class 7, let me see how much was it is 95. So 95 means it will be between 90 and 100, isn't it? 90 and 100, 95. Then class 8 is how much? 100. Class 8 is 100. In this way you will complete all the graph for class 9 also and for class 10 also. And you can give some color also just to identify the class. So 5th, 6th, 7, 8, 9, 10 class. Now A answer. We will choose a scale as 1 unit equal to how much? 10 children, because we can represent a more clear difference between the number of student of class 7 and that of class 9 by this scale. So that means 1 unit how many student? 1 square, okay, 1 big square will be how much? 10 children. Now B, since the bar represent the number of students for class 6 is the tallest, there are maximum number of children in class 6. Similarly, since the bar represent in the number of children for class 10 is the smallest, there are minimum number of children in class 10. So maximum number is in class 5 and minimum number is in class 10. Now second question, the number of student in class 6 is how much? 110, isn't it? How much? 110. And the number of student in class 8 is how much? 100. Therefore the ratio between the number of student of class 6 and the number of student of class 8 is equal to 120 is to 100. Now this 0 and 0 I will show here, 120 and 100, isn't it? Now 0 0 is what? Cancel. Now 2 6 are 12 and 2 5 are 10. So what is the answer? 6 ratio 5. Okay, 6 ratio 5 is your answer. So you can see 6 ratio 5. Now come to question number 4. Question number 4, the performance of the performance of student is term 1 and term 2 is given. Draw the double bar graph using appropriate scale and answer the following. Now you have to draw double bar graph. Okay, what you have to draw? Double bar graph for term 1 and term 2. So marks is given, maximum marks 100, and for term 2 also maximum marks 100. English, Hindi, maths, science and social science. So this is maths spelling is typing mistake is here, so this is not O, this is A. Now question number A, in which subject has the children improved his performance the most? Now second question, in which subject is the improvement the least? Has the performance gone down in any subject? First, before giving this answer, what you have to do? You have to draw the double bar graph. So you have to draw what? Double bar graph. So how you will choose the scale? Because here the maximum number is what? 100. So you need to write only till 100. 0 to 10 means 1 centimeter is equal to 10 marks. Okay, 1 centimeter equal to 10 marks. And I have given the different color. The yellow color will be for first term and this green color will be for the second terms. Now for subject English, what is the score? For the first term, marks is 67, isn't it? So 67 means 65, 66, 67. So you have to count the graph and you have to make till here. Then for the second term 70. So 70 means exactly equal to this 70. Now for Hindi also you will make 72. This is 72 and 65. And now for maths 88 and 95. Now for science 81 and 85. Then for social science 73 and 75. So we have met our double bar graph. So for double bar graph you have to join these two graph, okay, and you have to give some space, and this space should be what? Equal. All this space should be equal and this should be what? Join. Okay, this should be joined. This is called double bar graph. Now come to our question answer. So how you will write the answer? There was a maximum increase in marks obtained in maths. So you can see the graph which is increasing so much. Because the maths marks, first term is how much? 88, isn't it? First term was 88 and the second term increase was how much? 95. 5. So if you will minus 95 minus 88, 7 you will get, isn't it? How much you will get? 7. And for science, 81. First term 81 and second 85. So how much it is increasing? Only 4 marks. In the same way for social science also, first it was 73 and next 75. Means only increasing for how many time? Only for how many marks? 2 marks. And for English also, in first term it was what was the marks? 67, and 67 increased till how much? 70. So how many? Only 3 marks. So which has the highest increased, means maximum increased, is how much? For maths, isn't it? Because maths in first term it was only 88 and the second term was 95. So it increased for how many marks? 7 marks. Therefore, the children has improved his performance the most in which subject? In maths. So this is the answer. You can write it down. Now next, from the graph, it can be concluded that the improvement was the least in science, because the least means what? Increases only for 2 marks, 73 and 75. How much? Only 3 marks. So the least will be which subject? Social science. Sorry, not science. Social science means social study, okay? Or social science. S science means social science. Only for how many marks? 2 marks. Now third question. From the graph, it can be observed that the performance in Hindi has gone down. Which performance has gone down? Hindi. Because here you can see in Hindi, first how much he got is 72, then next only 65. So it is what? Decreasing, isn't it? So the study for Hindi is going down. So this is the answer for question number 4. Now come to question number 5. Consider this data collection from a survey of a colony. Now favorite sport: cricket, basketball, swimming, hockey and athletics. For watching, how many students like? 1240. For basketball, only, not for playing, okay, for watching only. 470, then 510, 430, 250, and participating means how many students like to participate in cricket is 620, basketball is how much? 320, and swimming is how much? 320, and hockey 250, and athletics how much? 105. Now draw a double bar graph choosing an appropriate scale. Now you have to choose an appropriate scale of your own. So while choosing this scale, you have to see the highest value. What is the highest value here? Highest value is 1240. So you have to choose the scale bigger, okay? You have to choose 1 unit is equal to 50. If you will choose 10, your graph will be very much big. So what you will do? You will choose 1 unit is equal to, you will choose 1 unit is equal to 50. Or else you can use 1 unit is equal to 20 also, okay? But don't take only 10. If you will take only 10, your graph paper might be not sufficient. So you have to take 1 unit is equal to 20, or you have to take 50. Which sport is most popular? And from the graph you will see whose graph is the highest, that sport will be most popular, and which is more prepare watching or participating in sport, and for which graph people like most, okay, for watching and for participating. So from the graph you have to answer this all questions. So this question I will give you as a homework. I will just show you the graph, and the remaining answer you have to do by you, okay? You have to give the answer only. I will show you the graph. Here the scale shows is what? 100 people, okay? You can take 100 people And also you can take 50 people. It's up to you how much you want to take. So here I have given how much 1 centimeter means 1 unit. Okay, 1 unit is equal to how much? 1 unit is equal to 100 people. So this color for watching and this color is for participating. So for cricket it was how much? 1250, isn't it? So it will be exactly between 1200 and 1300, because here we are taking 100 scale. How much? 50. Oh sorry, 100 means 1 unit we are taking 100 people. You can take 50, that is up to you, and according to you, you have to make the graph. So this question you will complete it by yourself. So come to the next question. Question number 6. Take the data given the minimum and the maximum temperature of various city given in the following table. In which city has the largest difference in the maximum and the minimum and the maximum temperature in the given data. Okay, means in the given date which city has the maximum difference, means if you will take the difference, if you will take all this difference, you have to find the maximum and the minimum one. Okay, for which city it is maximum and for which city it is minimum. So from without doing this difference, without doing minus, we can give the answer by looking the graph. Okay, by looking the graph. So for that, first we have to find the graph. First we have to draw the graph. You can see here for Ahmedabad it is given how much? 38 degrees Celsius, 29 maximum minimum is given. Amritsar, Bangalore and Chennai, Delhi, Jaipur, Jammu and Mumbai, all this given. Now first what you have to do, plot the bar graph using the data and answer the following. First we have to plot the bar graph, isn't it? And some more questions are also given. Which is the hottest city and which is the coldest city? Means whose graph will be the highest, that will be the hottest, and whose graph is the small one, that will be the coldest. Name 2 cities where maximum temperature of one was less than the minimum temperature of the other. Means you have to say 2 cities where maximum temperature of one was less than the minimum temperature of the other. Now 4 question. Name the city which has the least difference between the minimum and the maximum. Means least difference means the last one. When you will see the graph, when you will draw the graph, you will get the answer. So I will show you the graph here. Here the maximum you can take the highest number is not that much big, so you can take till 50, isn't it? So you need to write only till 50. These are what? These are temperature and these are the cities. Now the highest value is only 50, so you can take 2 unit. Okay, 2 unit you can take 10, or you can take 1 unit equal to how much? 5. Okay, you can take 1 unit is equal to 5 temperature. You can take what? 1 unit equal to 5 degree Celsius. Okay, for 1 unit it is 5. So here for 2 unit it is how much? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. You can see here, and here I have given the color also, the maximum and the another blue color. So violet color is for maximum and blue color is for minimum. So for Ahmedabad the maximum is given here 38 and minimum is also given here 28. In this way for Amritsar also, according to the graph, you have to draw the graph in this way. Then for Bangalore, Chennai, Delhi, Jaipur, Jammu and Mumbai. So here which one is the longest one? You can see Jammu is the longest one, isn't it? So Jammu will be what? Hottest. From this graph you can see which will the highest? Jammu. So Jammu will be what? Hottest for the maximum, isn't it? And Which is the shortest one? Bengaluru. That means Bengaluru will be the coldest for the maximum temperature. So come to the answer. From the graph, it can conclude that Jammu has the largest difference in its minimum and maximum temperature on 2006. So for Jammu, it has the highest difference, because from graph you can see for maximum the difference of the maximum and the minimum. Okay, difference of maximum and the minimum. Here the difference is bigger. For the other graph you can see their difference is quite small, isn't it? Quite small. But for Jammu it is very much big. So if the question asks which is the smallest one, then it will be what? Mumbai, because here the Mumbai maximum and minimum difference is very small, isn't it, according to the graph. So this answer is done. Now next, answer 2. From the graph, it can be concluded that Jammu is the hottest city and Bengaluru is the coldest city. Now from the graph, I show you the graph early, isn't it? So the highest is was Jammu and the shortest is Bengaluru. That is why they are, this is Jammu is hottest city and coldest is Bengaluru. Now third question. Name two cities where maximum temperature of one was less than the minimum temperature of the others. So you can see this graph here. The maximum of Bengaluru is 28 and the minimum of Jaipur is 29. That means the minimum is greater than the maximum of the Bengaluru. So in the same way, then the another pair will be Bengaluru and Ahmedabad, because here in Bengaluru the maximum is 28 and the minimum of Ahmedabad is 29. So these two pairs are the answer. Number 4. From the graph, it can conclude that the city which has the least difference between its minimum and maximum temperature is Mumbai, isn't it? Because the bar graph of Mumbai, the difference is very small. So answer is Mumbai. Okay, thank you all of you for watching my video. If you have any doubt, you can comment in my video. In my next video, I will come with the next exercise. If you like my video, then please do like and subscribe to my channel. Bye bye and see you soon in my next video.